Okay, hello. Today we are going to learn about church management system developed in Access, Microsoft Access. This is the application. Comes the name is Comes Easy School. Sorry, Comes Easy Church. By the way, we have a system for managing schools. But today we are just going to talk about the church management system developed in Access by CAMSinterlinkgh Limited. Mm, let's proceed by opening the application. You can double click or you right click to open the application. Wow. Okay, here we are going to enter some details. That is user login password. Let's assume you have entered no password. Click here. No, you must enter a username. No, you must enter a username. Serious. Okay, this is the security. This guy is blocking you from accessing the system without password. That's nice. Okay, let's enter something. Let me just type something. You must enter a password. Oh, okay. Password. Let me type something. Wow, invalid user. Invalid user. Let me type the correct user. Let's see. Okay. Wow. Okay, the username is correct, but the password is incorrect. So let's proceed to. Let me just type in the correct password and we go on. Okay. The correct password is type. Okay. You're on point now. Wow, hello, welcome to Camps Easy School. You are logging as an administrator. Okay, click OK to blah blah blah. Okay, let's proceed. Actually, this is just to signify that the system is used to manage church. That is it. That's the interpretation of this symbol. So over here, you can quit the application by clicking on this symbol. So when you click on it, it hovers a green background, and over here too, the hover background is green. Nice. Okay, let's continue. Actually, this is designed by CAMSinterlink Limited. Yes, this is our email address. You can send us email on anything you want about Access and other database management system. You can just contact us. This system takes systems dates and time and display it on the interface here. That's what you are seeing. When you look at it, the system date is incorrect. 421. That is it. That's what you have here. Saturday, April 1st, 2017. Wow. Okay, let's click to continue. Okay. Look at this mobile holding a key, meaning the system is secure. Wow. Okay. So youth area. This is actually the youth area. The current one is highlighted deep blue. These ones they are not okay. So this area is used to hold information about the youths. You can see this small board. Look at the icon. So over here you can upload an image. Upload an image. This PC. You can upload an image over here. Let's go and chase some image on desktop. Let me take my image and see. Okay, this is the image. You can click on OK. Wow, this is how the system works. How the system works. This is how the system. Okay, you can refresh your system now. This is actually when you are here. You can go home. You can go home and come back. That is by the way. But when you go to the senior members, I have no member here. Equally, you can upload image just by double clicking on this symbol. Double click on this and upload an image, or you put your cursor here over here, then you pick manage attachments. When you click here, it's taking you to where your images are, then you upload it. The same thing applies to the leaders. You can manage an attachment here by uploading an image to the system. And over here, um, upper 3 is just the money collected on every Sunday. So let's assume this Sunday we got 710 Ghana cedis. 710 Ghana cedis. When you go to the church expenses, we are going to spend from this 710 Ghana cedis. So over here, when you come to church expenses, we're going to input the 710 Ghana cedis, which is the previous remaining balance, because we assume this is the first week you are starting the system. So the assumption is the first week starting the system, we have no previous balance. So this is the previous remaining balance, which is equal to the first of a 3 in the week as we start using the system. I hope I'm clear. Okay, over here we are going to spend from this money. So let's assume this is the amount the church is having currently in their coffers. So when it's spent, amount spent, which is 500, when it's spent 500 cedis out of this 710 Ghana cedis, we're going to get 210 Ghana cedis left as an amount remaining for the church. I hope I'm clear with this. Nice, thank you. Let's move on. You can refresh here. You can delete anything you want. Oh, no, I don't want to delete any record. Undo. I don't want to undo. Okay, tithes payment. Over here, every tithe is paid monthly, and this is let me say this tax is paid by, let me say, CY Agada. That's my name anyway. See, this tax is paid by me, which is in January I paid 200 Ghana cedis. In February I paid 10 cedis. So when I want to look at the amount I paid at the end of the 2 months, this is what I'm going to have now. Sorry for, I just want to drag this. So this is what I'm going to have now. I paid 200 Ghana cedis, and later on I paid 10 cedis. So I'm going to get 210 Ghana cedis. Wow. Okay, let's continue to search. No, let's continue to announcement. This is where all the announcements are kept. Okay, over here, youth population. When you want to check the number of youth in the church, this, whenever you input a member at the youth area, this area, so far I have only one member in the system. When you input any person here, when you want to check the population of the youth, you come here to check the population of the youth. So far, as I have one member, the population is going to be 1, logically. And senior members, I have no member in the system. As you can see, ID is 0. All these places empty. Then okay, let me just say ID 1. Let me input somebody. Name Pastor John. Save. Wow, refresh. So when I go to the senior members, nobody. When I go to the senior members, when I go here, I can see senior member. I have one person which is corresponding to this ID. Wow. Okay, and you can see senior member. You can see the name I put, Pastor John. This is Pastor John here. When you come here, you see Pastor John here. When you go here, you see Pastor John. Nice. And then you can input for all the fields, middle name, last name. Whenever you input, it will appear here. So let me say I input middle name. Let me say I save it. Fresh. When I go to senior members, I'm going to see I hope it's clear now. Okay. So let's go to leaders. It's the same thing applies to the leaders. I don't have anybody in the system for leaders, so the leaders population remains 0. So user login. This is the password I used to log in leaders, and then polling, if you could remember from the login interface. This is the password I use. This is the username I used to log in. This is the password. There's another next password. This is the second user. And whenever the second user logs in, the person doesn't access some of the information here. This is active, this is active, this is active. All these areas are active, active, active. But whenever I log in with this ID, the next ID apart from 1, it's like, let me log in with this ID, then you see I'm going to have all these places left locked. So let me quit the application and log in into the system with ID of 2, which is Agada. So BNB. When I log in with this ID, wow, you are logging as a common user. Click OK to continue. I realize that after I log in with the second ID, all these places left was locked with the user ID locked. The assumption is that a member can be given a system to work on, but must not be allowed to. That member must not be given the opportunity or the authority to access church expenses and then let's say tithes. These are sensitive information, so we normally put a lock on them when a common member access the system. I hope I'm clear now. Okay, thank you for paying attention and watching this video. Let's we can click here to go home. Let me just go home and quit. Can go home and then thank you for watching this video. And click on quit to quit your application. Thank you so much.